Dead Island 2 is an upcoming action role-playing video game that is being developed by Dambuster Studios and published by Deep Silver. The title is the follow-up to 2011's Dead Island, and the release and development have been questioned throughout that time due to changes in developers and release date shifts. Dambuster Studios has been working on the IP since August of 2019, and more recently Deep Silver has been teasing more news for the title soon. So let's break down the development confirmation, when we can expect a reveal, and the shift in platforms. As always, all the sources will be linked in the description below, so make sure to check those out and support those original writers. This video is also going to be a follow-up to my original video on the game, which covers more details up to this point, so check that out if you want to hear everything about Dead Island 2. And with that out of the way, let's get into Dead Island 2. Let's start with the fact that the game is still not cancelled. The community around the game is always worried that the game will be cancelled or is facing development problems due to the fact that Deep Silver and Dambuster have done very little to convince fans otherwise. At this point, the game has already been developed by two other studios prior to Dambuster, which were Jaeger and Sumo Digital, and if you want to go back even one further, Techland. So there's a lot of developers that have worked on this game and have seemingly been cancelled or pushed aside so another studio could come in. And the constant thread through most of these developments is the studios remained very quiet during their time developing the game and the cancellation, so a lot really isn't known about these titles, except for they were in development and cancelled before there was that major leak. But if you have been following the Dead Island news, a recent surge has happened, and it all started from what I gather from the prominent gaming news Twitter account Nibblion, who quoted a tweet by Deep Silver and said, quote, "It appears that Dead Island 2 is still in active development according to Deep Silver." Now, if we take a step closer and look at the tweet itself, the original post was about a Saints Row title going to Xbox games with gold. And an interaction happened with two community members in the comments of this post. And the very first comment was very simple, and one fan just said, quote, "Dead Island 2, question mark." And another community member responded saying, quote, "Give it up, man, it's not coming, just move on to Dying Light." And then Deep Silver jumped into that conversation and said, quote, "We wouldn't be so sure about that." And the fan responded saying again, quote, "Excuse me, what? Ain't no way, you're tempting me too hard. If it is in the makings, I'm all for it. I already gave up on the dream multiple years ago. I hope you're not giving me false hope, Deep Silver." And Deep Silver closed out the conversation by saying, quote, "We're not quite ready to talk about the latest Dead Island yet, but when we do, you'll see it here." And for a lot of fans, this was somewhat reassuring, and it got me looking deeper into the Deep Silver Twitter account for anything else the profile might have let slip about the game. And to my surprise, the studio has responded to tens, if not hundreds of tweets to fans confirming that Dead Island 2 is still in development in the past 6 months. So it is slightly surprising that this tweet, which they've seemingly said something similar many times, blew up randomly and has now gotten articles and quoted tweets and now even this video. So as I went looking through their Twitter account, I found a few tweets that start to hint at when we can expect the game. The first tweet I wanted to mention came in November of 2020, when fans got into a similar debate as mentioned above on a different Deep Silver unrelated post. One community member said, quote, "I doubt it's even being slightly prioritized. In regards to Dead Island 2, I'd be surprised if we even hear actual news within the next 3 years. And then Deep Silver responded saying, "We don't know about that," and then ... This only says the game will be coming out or we will get more news within the next 3 years. And I don't think they would have responded at all to this tweet if they thought development would be delayed again, or if they wouldn't show something at least within the next 3 years. And I can hear people saying right now on this video, even if the release is coming within the next 3 years, that's not soon, and what were you talking about when you made this video? Leads me into my next tweet I want to talk about that has an even bigger tease. And it comes from a community member on another unrelated Twitter post in October of 2020. A fan responded to Deep Silver and said, "Dead Island 2 2021, take my $60, okay?" And Deep Silver responded with a cryptic just hum. I know this is playful and once again can be interpreted many different ways depending on how skeptical you are of Deep Silver and Dead Island in general, but I think it would be a massive mistake if Dead Island is not shown off and released in 2021. At some point the game has to come out, and a 5 to 10 year development time for a game like Dead Island cannot be profitable for them if they keep pushing it back and keep delaying it without some sort of release. Now this isn't confirmed, but I would say there's a very high chance we see the game in 2021, even if it is only a reveal and not the actual release. Or if you want to be very ambitious, potentially even at the Game Awards, which is less than a week away at the time of recording, and this could be backed up by the fact Deep Silver has been known to show off trailers for new games at the Game Awards, so they do have a working relationship, and this could be what Deep Silver was waiting for in terms of a reveal, and why they're hyping the game up and responding to a lot of fans that they will see something soon. So for the most part, only time will tell. One smaller story that has been covered from me in back-to-back videos is that it sounds like Dead Island 2 is being playtested. Dambuster Studios posted a tweet asking people to sign up for playtests and provide feedback on unreleased Deep Silver titles. And the association with Dambuster sounds a lot like Dead Island 2 to me, and the timing lines up with where this title should be in development, and would also back up the rumors that we could see the title soon. If they are starting playtesting, we get a reveal, and then a release sometime shortly after. And one community member even responded to this post and said, "I'd like to playtest Dead Island 2, and Deep Silver gives a tongue-in-cheek response and said, "We bet." But once again, this isn't confirmed, but just the fact of Dambuster and Deep Silver working together with playtesting and where Dead Island should be in development, I think it lines up and should be pretty safe to say that some sort of playtesting is going on for the title, and they're hopefully nailing down some of the bugs and gameplay. Now the last news I want to touch on is reminding people that it looks like the project has shifted development to include the new current generation of consoles, as well as the last generation of consoles. When the title was originally announced, it was going to be released for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Obviously, due to delays and development shifts, it no longer makes sense to only release the game for those consoles, given that now the Xbox Series X and PS5 have launched and are out there and people are playing them. And this change has been reflected on the earnings report as well for Embracer Group, which is the parent company to Deep Silver. The first picture I'll show on screen is from a report in August of 2020, where it shows Dead Island 2 and shows the release for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Now fast forward to a report released in November of 2020, now the platforms have shifted for the title and are now TBC, which means they have not been decided yet, most likely because they are working on these next generation consoles as well. I don't think this means they have abandoned the last generation of consoles. In recent job postings, they have still been asking for people who want to apply that they will be working on a groundbreaking title for current and future platforms, which to most people sounds like both generations of consoles, and most likely are just being secretive so that once they announce the game, they get all that hype and extra publicity around a reveal event itself when they're announcing it will be on current and next generation consoles and could be a huge title for PS5 and Xbox Series X players. Considering the reveal event already happened once, and while it was effective in getting their message across about Dead Island 2, it became overall lackluster due to the fact the game never came out, and I think this time they have to make sure they get everything right and they have no room for mistakes, which is why they're being very secretive. So what should we expect in the future? I'm holding out hope that we will see a surprise reveal for the title at the Game Awards, and if not, at least sometime in 2021. I hope they have created a new cinematic trailer that potentially pokes fun at the original trailer and the delays the project has gone through, and I hope they're able to laugh about it and make light that they know it's been a troubled process to get the release of this game. I also think they will release pre-orders soon after that, and then I'm hoping they will show off more of the game in 2021 leading up to a release. I know this is a very optimistic timeline, but we've been surprised before, and the fact that the news that this game is not canceled had circulated across Twitter and many publications could even be an early marketing move and a way to keep momentum going for the project. Either way, that's where I'm going to end this video. We don't have too much longer to wait to see if we hear anything at the Game Awards or have to wait till 2021. But either way, make sure to like and share this video, subscribe for weekly gaming news, and I will see you guys in the next one.